damn it! What's the problem now?
I'm getting weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something! How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports every hour.
It's gonna be a while, Desmond. Why don't you go lie down or something? Get some rest.
What the hell? Someone's been in here. Looks like some kind of access code.
Rise and shine. We've got quite a day ahead of us.
You're in a good mood this morning.
Miss Stillman has made some modifications to the Animus. You should be able to remain inside even longer now.
And help you with your treasure hunt.
This is serious business, Mr. Miles. I don't think you fully appreciate the work that Abstergo does.
Maybe because I don't actually know what you people do.
We change the world. Every day, in 100 different ways. Did you know that nearly every single breakthrough of the past millennia, be it medical, mechanical, or philosophical, has come from Abstergo or its predecessors?
That's a bold claim, Doc. Think you might be exaggerating a bit?
Not in the slightest. Oh, we certainly don't take the credit. That would arouse far too much suspicion. We choose our beneficiaries with great care.
Why?
Isn't it obvious? It means we're in control.
But how? What makes you guys so special, so smart? That you happen to invent all these things while us mere mortals stumble around like idiots?
To be fair, we don't invent them. We find them.
Find them?
They're gifts, Mr. Miles. From those who came before. We'll have to continue this discussion later. Time's wasting.
Morning, Desmond.
Yeah. Hi.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
Come in, Altair. You've done well. 3 of the 9 lay dead, and for this you have my thanks. But do not think to rest upon your laurels. Your work has just begun.
I am yours to command, Master.
King Richard, emboldened by his victory at Acre, prepares to move south towards Jerusalem. Salah-ad-Din is surely aware of this, and so he gathers his men before the broken citadel of Arsuf.
Would you have me kill them both then? End their war before it begins in earnest?
No. To do so would scatter their forces and subject the realm to the bloodlust of 10,000 aimless warriors. It will be many days before they meet, and while they march, they do not fight. You must concern yourself with a more immediate threat. The men who pretend to govern in their absence.
Give me names and I'll give you blood.
So I will. Abun Dukud, the wealthiest man in Damas, Majduddin, regent of Jerusalem, William of Montferrat, liege lord of Acre.
What are their crimes?
Greed, arrogance, the slaughter of innocents. Walk amongst the people of their cities. You'll learn the secrets of their sins. Do not doubt that these men are obstacles to the peace we seek.
Then they will die.
Another of your items is restored. Take it. See that it is put to good use. Return to me as each man falls, that we might better understand their intentions. And Altair, Take care. Your recent work has likely attracted the attention of the city guard. They'll be more suspicious than they've been in the past.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. Perfect. The work of a master. That, my students, is how we all should fight. You must be busy. I understand.
Why is he in such a hurry? He'll hook someone at that speed.
What would cause him to run?
Use the action view to gather information about your surroundings.
Which is why you've come to me. You want it? I've got finest crabs in all. I'm never finding anything useful at the other merchant stall. That will happen here. Good day, my friend. If there's anything I can help you with, anything at all, good, something caught your eye. Infidel, come back here!
Please don't kill me!
I'll get you! Anything you like? Look out! Stay on him! Come see what I have to offer.
1,000 lives are lost in its defense. Want the bargain? I'm your man. Come, come. To die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. the Christian I'll have your army of infidels. They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade.
You'll find it here, I'm sure of it. That man seems to be in a hurry.
I'll have your hand for that.
How reckless can one
I wonder why it's odd.
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
Look,
Altair, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Whose life do you come to collect today?
His name is Abu Nakud. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, the merchant king of Damas. Richest man in the city. Quite exciting, quite dangerous. I envy you, Altair. Well, not the bit where you were beaten and stripped of your rank, but I envy everything else. Oh, except for the terrible things the other assassins say about you. But yes, aside from the failure and the hatred, yes, aside from those things, I envy you very much.
I do not care what the others think or say. I'm here to do a job. So I ask again, what can you tell me about the Merchant King?
Only that he must be a very bad man if Al-Mualim has sent you to see him. He keeps to his own kind, wrapped in the finery of this city's noble district. A busy man, always up to something. I'm sure if you spend some time amongst his type, you'll learn all you need to know about him.
And where would you have me begin my search?
If I were you, I'd start with the Umayyad Mosque and Souk Saruja, both of which are west of here. Further to the northwest is Salahaddin Citadel. It's a popular meeting spot and has proved a reliable source of loose tongues in the past. Yes, these three places should serve your needs.
My thanks for your guidance, Rafiq. I'll return when I've gathered the necessary information.
Please, someone do something.
Thief! You are filth!
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake.
Just a little more.
Tried to beat him, that these
I can't
barbarous
do-
acts might be avenged. Pray that God stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He will not go to
again and I'll call the guard.
I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Java, there will be no stopping him. He will not.
The last of it has been delivered. Good. Make sure he also knows it wasn't easy arranging a shipment like this.
It's only wine. Some can be fickle in their faith.
Your holy book says something on the subject, I believe. Leave them that they may eat and enjoy themselves, and that hope may beguile them, for they will soon know. And never did we destroy a town that had a term made known.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind it. Be about your business.
As you wish.
Die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
I beg of you. I beg of you just a few coins, please. Take that. Please, sir, have any money?
Leave now. I am at your
Preparation is crucial to your success. Clear the area.
Can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
You are filth! Come see what I've to offer. You won't find better prices anywhere.
What is that man doing?
God save him. He's gone mad. Has he gone tell you why he's doing that? God. Stop this, please. You're hurting me. We can do whatever.
There's a problem. I need your advice.
What is it?
This morning, I went to hang the lanterns for the party.
And this troubles you, why?
I forgot to remove the scaffold.
Forgot it where?
Just outside the Merchant King's quarters, above the balcony. What if it falls? It could be hurt.
Too late to do anything about it now. Just hope it isn't noticed. You can deal with it tomorrow.
I'd leave if I were you, before I really get angry.
When will he stop acting like a fool?
Be wary, friends! The shaitan is everywhere! What for today on waiting?
Something caught your eye? Come on! I've much to say.
What is that fool doing?
My good people, your search has come to an end.
Damn fool must be out of his mind!
You, sir, you look like you need something. You'll find it here, I'm sure. You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Oh! Kill him!
You're a dead man! You can't escape! Where is it going? Just to the Infidel! You cannot run forever! Yeah! How can one just to defeat? Mercy on your soul.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Hayır! Your presence annoys me. What is it?
Everything here, my friend. There's nothing I do not have. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer. Come see what I have to offer. I have everything you'll ever need. Everything you won't believe your eyes.
It was good of you to come.
It is an honor to serve. What do you require?
The letter I've given you must be brought to Salah ad-Din's camp. Seek out the one they call Hisham. He will be able to help. But tell no one else of this.
None will know my mission.
Then our business is concluded.
Leave now, or I'll make you. Did you just run into that person?
Oh, that was incredible of you.
Something caught your eye? Come see what I have to offer. Everything's new. Everything's perfectly priced. You won't find better prices anywhere.
Make room. Curse the Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God! Hey! Old man, everywhere they ride, don't hurt me, leave only suffering in their wake.
You follow a false god. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that. You won't find better prices anywhere.
Free food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
Come, people. Come see what I want. Finest wares in all the land.
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are
Peace be upon you, Altair. How may I serve you?
I've done as asked and learned all I need to know about my prey.
Then you must share your knowledge with me.
Abu Naqud is corrupt to the core and despised by his own citizens as a result. It appears he's been stealing money meant for the people of Damas and spending it on himself. Even as we speak, he flaunts his greed, preparing for a lavish party. His guards and servants should have their hands full dealing with the guests. They won't even know I'm there.
Most impressive, my friend. The others said you'd make a mess of things, but not I. No, I was sure you'd come through, and come through you have. The Bureau is yours to do with as you please until you're ready to begin.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
You are filth!
Let me go! Fine. All I ask is for a few coins. Please, sir.
You won't find better prices anywhere. Come, people. Come see what I have to offer. Yeah, come
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
나라 체킨.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Please eat, drink, enjoy all the pleasures I have to offer. Take your time, I will wait. I trust everything is to your satisfaction. Good, good. It pleases me to see you all so happy. For these are dark days, my friends, and we must enjoy this bounty while we still can. War threatens to consume us all. Salah-ad-Din bravely fights for what he believes in, and you are always there to support him without question. It is your generosity that allows his campaign to continue. So, I propose a toast then. To you, my dear friends, who have brought us to where we are today. May you be given everything you deserve for it. Such kindness! I didn't think it in you. You, who have been so quick to judge me, and so cruelly. Oh, do not feign ignorance. You take me for a fool. That I have not heard the words you whisper behind my back. Well, I have, and I fear I can never forget. But this is not why I called you here tonight, no. I wish to speak more of this war, and your part in it. You give up your coin quick as can be, knowing all too well it buys the deaths of thousands. You don't even know why we fight. The sanctity of the Holy Land, you'll say, or the evil inclination of our enemies. But these are lies you tell yourselves. No, all this suffering is born of fear and hate. It bothers you that they are different, just as it bothers you that I am different. Compassion, mercy, tolerance. These words mean nothing to any of you, mean nothing to those infidel invaders who ravage our land in search of gold and glory. And so I say, enough! I pledge myself to another cause, one that will bring about a new world, in which all people might live side by side in peace. A pity none of you will live to see it. Kill anyone who tries to escape.
Filthy heretic!
Be at peace now. Their words can no longer do harm.
Why have you done this?
You stole money from those you claim to lead, sent it away for some unknown purpose. I want to know where it's gone and why.
Look at me. My very nature is an affront to the people I ruled. And these noble robes did little more than to muffle their shouts of hate.
So this is about vengeance, then?
No, not vengeance, but my conscience. How could I finance a war in service to the same god that calls me an abomination?
If you do not serve Salah ad-Din's cause, then whose?
In time, you'll come to know them. I think perhaps you already do.
Then why hide? And why these dark deeds?
Is it so different from your own work? You take the lives of men and women, strong in the conviction that their death will improve the lots of those left behind. A minor evil for a greater good? We are the same.
No, we are nothing alike.
Ah, but I see it in your eyes. You doubt. You cannot stop us. We will have our new world.
Hey, for you, Someone, don't let him escape! Gözünüzü dört açın, geri dönün! Kill him and die! Give up! You married to run! That will cost you your life! I'll have your answer
Word has reached me of your success, Altair.
Abu Naqud's reign of terror is at an end.
I'm glad to hear it.
He killed them. The men and women at his party. It was poison. A coward's tool. Blamed them for the war. Said he wished to end it.
Strange, but then again, the Merchant King was known to be a bit different. Perhaps this was simply a symptom of his madness.
Perhaps.
You sound unconvinced. Speak with Al-Mualim then. He may offer a better explanation.
Yes. We'll see what he has to say.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies to gain the advantage in combat.
Come, Altair. Speak with me a moment.
As you wish.
Word has reached me of your success. You've my gratitude and that of the realm. Freeing these cities from their corrupt leaders will no doubt promote the cause of peace.
Can you really be so sure?
The means by which men rule are reflected in their people. As you cleanse the cities of corruption, you heal the hearts and minds of those who live within.
Our enemies would disagree.
What do you mean?
Each man I've slain has confessed strange words to me. They are without regret. Even in death they seem confident of their success. Though they do not admit it directly, there is a tie that binds them. I'm sure of it.
There is a difference, Altair, between what we are told to be true and what we see to be true. Most men do not bother to make the distinction. It is simpler that way. But as an assassin, it is your nature to notice, to question.
Then what is it that connects these men?
But as an assassin, it is also your duty to still these thoughts and trust in your master. For there can be no true peace without order, and order requires authority.
You speak in circles, Master. You commend me for being aware, then ask me not to be. Which is it?
The question will be answered when you no longer need to ask it.
I assume you called me here for more than just a lecture.
Very well. A rank and weapon are again restored to you. 2 more leaders remain. Go and see to it that their rule is ended.
What would cause him to run like that?
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. Perfect. The work of a master. And that, my students, is how we all should fight. You must be busy. I understand.
Is he running from someone?
The short blade is best for quickly fending off multiple enemies.
coins. All I ask for is a few coins. No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. The money. No, please, don't be like this. Just a few coins, please.
What's he doing?
Rafik.
Word has spread of your deeds, Altair. It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
I do what I can.
And sometimes you do it well. I assume it is work that reunites us?
Yes. William of Montferrat is my target. What can you tell me of the man himself?
William has been named regent while the king conducts his war. The people see it as a strange choice given the history between Richard and William's son Conrad. But I think Richard rather clever for it.
Clever how?
Richard and Conrad do not see eye to eye on most matters. Though they are civil enough in public, there are whispers that each intends evil upon the other. And then there was that business with Akkar's captured Saracens. In its wake, Conrad has returned to Tyre, and Richard has compelled William to remain here as his guest.
You mean his hostage?
Whatever you wish to call it, William's presence here should dissuade Conrad from acting out.
I've never been one for politics.
But surely you realize your every action shapes the course of this land's future. You are a politician too, in your own way.
As you wish. Now where would you suggest I begin my search?
Richard's Citadel, southwest of here. Or rather, the market in front of it. You'll find the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in that direction as well. It's a popular place and should be filled with talkative citizens. Finally, try the border to the west, where the Chain and Hospitaller districts meet. That should start you on your way.
Very well. I won't disturb you further.
It's no trouble at all.
You'll find everything here, my friend. There's nothing I don't have.
I'll have your hands for that.
Help me! Somebody help me! Let go of me! I'm so...
It's forbidden for you to be here.
I need help! Please! Anyone!
Nous sommes les envoyés de Dieu.
Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this?
Glaubst du wirklich, dein Gott schert sich darum, was mit dir passiert?
Your life ends now!
Du bist kein Mensch! Your presence.
Someone
annoys
tell me why he's doing that.
What news?
Grim, I finished my scout. A direct assault won't work.
What's the trouble?
Archers. He's got them all over the fortress. And no easy way to reach them. They'd pick us off before we'd made it 10 feet inside.
You've kept a record, yes?
Aye. I've marked their positions on a map.
Bring it to the others. No doubt they'll have a use for it.
Very well. I'll go at once.
Stay strong, brother.
Yes. And you.
You're no fun. You're God, for sake.
Damn fool must be out of his mind.
A few coins, all I ask for is but a few coins. I beg of you, sir, I beg of
Perhaps
you.
it was
just a few
unwise
coins.
to embrace William. He is old and thinks too much of himself.
His army is the largest beyond the Ocinon. We'll have need of them. For now, I'll go and visit with the other brothers. Make sure they have everything they need.
Aye, they must not fall.
Fear not, the Master has a plan. Even now, he prepares a way to turn our losses to his advantage, should it come to that.
What does he intend?
The less you know, the better. Just do as you've been instructed. Deliver the letter you carry to our Master.
Go away.
You best apologize for that.
Die, thief.
No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money.
Die, thief. Dare steal in my presence. Double cost you go back. Thief. This'll teach you not to steal. Thief. This'll teach you not to steal. You're not supposed to be here. Leave. Leave, peasant.
Please, sir, have any money?
Could I interest you in Oh! You nearly killed me! Come no further. You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Stop it, please!
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please!
Die, thief!
Has she gone mad?
Oh God, don't kill me! Oh, it's you, Altair. You scared me. Richard's men are after me. 2 of them, to be exact. I was trying to strike a deal with them, but I realized that they were toying with me, so I ran away. You shall be the angel of death and collect their heads before they collect mine. When it is done, I shall tell you of the deal.
Could I
No,
interest
please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
What is it now? Be gone, beggar. Move.
The family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Don't do that again!
Scheint mir, als sei auf der Flucht.
What's wrong with him? You dare steal in my presence! Double cost in your life!
You do not ever do that again.
Gentlemen, I've gone mad.
Where's he going?
What a relief it is to know that I am safe. Thank you, Master. I tried to make a deal with the Citadel guards to leave the gates open even when the alarm sounds. I failed you. So now, your only escape from Richard's Citadel will be to climb the fortress walls. Forgive me.
Such a strange man. Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Stop. You must not trespass here.
I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little one. I beg of you.
That will cost you your life.
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Must die. Be
Stop it!
I am your head.
Oh, fortune favors me today. God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Who would do such a mean thing?
Over here! Assassin! Kill him! You'll never get away! Coward! Over here! You think you can outrun me? Why don't you come out and play for us? You'll never get away! You're hiding from me, coward! You're mine! There! After him! Don't lose him! You think... Keep up with this! Don't let him get away! You won't get away from me! Là-bas! Il ne doit pas s'échapper! Je te tiens! Yell all you want. Changes nothing.
I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this? Stop this, please. You're hurting me.
J'aurais ta peau routed at every turn. We cast them out of Acre and pushed them from the countryside. Be not afraid. Fear and doubt are the weapons of our enemies. Do not listen to their lies. Poisonous words make
Oh, you ever see someone do that before? I haven't.
3,000 souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play at politics.
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No, I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Acre's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point! But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence will be severely punished.
I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez. Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez.
Amenez-le-moi! Failing in our duty.
There he
He
goes!
does not recognize the value of our contributions to the cause.
Je vais t'étriper! Tu vas me le laisser! Les flammes de l'enfer vont te dévorer! Je vais te trancher la tête! Il s'essouffle! Ramenez-le-moi! Puisse le Seigneur!
You have no business here. Leave. Stop. You must not trespass here.
We meant no harm.
Heathen! Come no further.
No, it was.
He's running into a dead end!
Disregard for duty is infectious. We shall root it out and destroy it. This way, we may prevent its spread.
By your command!
Good, good. Return to your posts, filled with a new sense of purpose. Stay strong, stay focused, and we will triumph. Falter, however, and you will join these men.
So we've a murderer.
Be sure of
this
it.
place is restricted. Be gone.
Dismissed!
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akla for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Ancino is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, These acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. You can use stealth kills to create a distraction by throwing a knife, pushing somebody off a roof, or performing a stealth assassination.
Come, Altair. I would have news of your progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good. I sense your thoughts are elsewhere. Speak your mind.
Each man I'm sent to kill speaks cryptic words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers. Each time you give only riddles in exchange, but no more.
Who are you to say no more?
I'm the one who does the killing. If you want it to continue, you'll speak straight with me for once.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a chance to restore your lost honor.
Not lost. Taken. By you. And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some damn dog.
It seems I'll need to find another. A shame. You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non nobis, domine non nobis.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sable.
All of these men, leaders of cities, commanders of armies.
All pledge allegiance to his cause.
Their works are not meant to be viewed on their own, are they? But as a whole, what do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salah-ad-Din?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be assured they have the means to accomplish it.
Then they must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given. Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the context within which you perceive it.
And armed with this knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
In time, Altair, all will become clear. Just as the role of the Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is. You are restored another rank. Take back your weapon. Use it to bring honor to the Brotherhood. Altair, before you go...
Yes?
How did you know I wouldn't kill you?
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
seem to be in a hurry. What a what would make someone I wonder what he's up to. He seems to be in a rush. Where is he going? He must be late. He's going to run into someone. Yeah! Yeah!
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies to gain the advantage in combat.
Don't do that again! Yeah! Like a child.
My family is sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Come, people! Come see what They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness?
Safety and peace, Malik.
Word that the city was possessed of either. Why do you trouble me today?
Al-Mualim has marked Majduddin for death. What can you tell me about him?
Salahuddin's absence has left the city without a proper leader, and Majduddin has appointed himself to play the part. Fear and intimidation get him what he wants. He has no true claim to the position.
That ends today.
You speak too readily. This is not some slaver we're discussing. He rules Jerusalem and is well protected because of it. I suggest you plan your attack carefully. Get to better know your prey.
With your help, I will. Where would you have me begin my search?
What's this? You're actually asking for my assistance instead of demanding it. I'm impressed.
Be out with it.
As you wish. Here's where I would look. First, to the southwest near the mosque. After that, head south of here. There are 2 locations that might interest you. The southernmost church is one, the other is in the streets, near a synagogue.
Thank you for your help, Dai.
Don't foul this, Altair.
Leave, peasant, before I make you. Thief! You are filth!
Why are you doing this to me? I beg of you. Let go of me. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please.
Die, thief! Thief! You are filth!
Let me go.
You dare steal my treasures? That would come. I stand before you.
No,
to
you
deliver
don't
a warning.
understand. I have nothing.
Richard takes Joppa. There will be no stopping him. He will mine on Jerusalem next week. You're hurting me. What are you on left?
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Infidels! You will die here!
You again, Grandmaster. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they ask me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself to you. I must kill 2 of Mujduddin's men without a fight. Could you show me the way? I will be forever grateful, and share a very interesting story with you.
You are filth! Oh, yeah. Oh, die, thief!
What have I done? A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
Away with the filth!
What happened? This is terrible.
من المسؤول عن هذا؟ Die, thief! Where is the one responsible? Over here! Away! Sleep now! I will catch
You again, Grand Master. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they ask me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself to you. I must kill 2 of Mujduddin's men without a fight. Could you show me the way? I will be forever grateful, and share a very interesting story with you.
I'll have your hand for that! Die, thief! Thief! You are filth! Thief! You are filth! This is terrible.
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
Thief! You are filth! What's this?
Help!
Come no further.
Help!
Who did this? Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
Thief! You are filth! What happened here?
Oh dear, how could this have happened?
ماذا؟ من الذي فعل هذا؟ أخبرني!
Thief! You are filth! Kill him! Give us him! You are filth! Die, thief!
I will end your life.
This won't be easy. You're a very skillful player, but you will not win. Infidel! I'll take you down! Spare me! Leave now and I'll let you leave.
You again, Grand Master. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they ask me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself to you. I must kill 2 of Mujduddin's men without a fight. Could you show me the way? I will be forever grateful, and share a very interesting story with you.
Dirty thief! I will knock it away! God! You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! I'll have your hand for that! You need something? Die, thief!
You are the best the clan has ever seen. Here is my story, Master. I was cleaning the temple steps. I overheard 2 scholars praising how easy it was for them to pass the soldiers guarding the entrance of the execution plaza. If you time your entry properly, they could provide a nice distraction for the guards. But I am sure that with your wisdom, you knew that already.
Food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
Go Make room.
Why are you doing that? No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
I'll have your hand for that!
What a strange man. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
You've something to say?
Be wary, friend. The Shaitan is everywhere. Watching, waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong. Strong like Salahadin. And take up arms against our enemies. In whatever way you can.
Away with you. Away with you. Leave peasants before I make Get in without the improvement sides here.
Move now or be trampled. Over here. Oh! No, riconosca. Stop running! You cannot escape!
Watch carefully those around you. Those you think you know so well. For none of us is above temptation. Should they act contrary to the law, no matter how minor it seems, they must be reported. A small crime today leads to larger ones tomorrow. Majduddin will help. Only come forward so that he might know their names. There is no harm in naming them. Those among you who defy the law. We are nothing without our faith, without its rules and its direction. To defy it is to defy the one who leads us. Such behavior cannot be allowed.
If I were you, I'd call for help. May God have mercy on your soul. Dearly How can one expect to defeat you? How can one expect to defeat you?
Enough! I still breathe, so you must desire more than just my life. What is it?
You know Majduddin well?
Better than most.
He seems a bit too righteous. Is the law really so important to him?
What do you think?
I think he hides something, and I think you'll tell me what it is.
It's a veil. All of it. Men like me, we are meant to scare them, fill the people with fear. The ones he kills, not criminals, but dangerous all the same.
Dangerous to who?
His plans. Their plans. Yes, he speaks of others. Those he works with. Works for, perhaps. I am uncertain. They need the city, though. Controlling it is important to them.
Why?
You'll have to ask him yourself. Attend one of his executions. It's when he's most talkative, addressing the crowd, hands covered in blood.
Then we are done.
How dare you!
Has he lost his mind? Ne istiyorsun?
Hey! You look familiar.
Did you see the order? He wants us to repair a stage for another execution. Today!
It's the one at the western edge of Solomon's Temple. I was on my way just now.
So much death.
Worried that our true leader might return and bring a measure of justice to this city.
Yes, and not this mockery Majd parades before us.
How? How does something like this happen?
Everyone appointed in Salah ad-Din's stead is met with an untimely end. And now the position falls to him. He, who was once nothing more than the Emir's scribe.
How convenient. It would not surprise me to learn he was behind these accidents.
Shh! If the guards hear us, we'll be taken for treason. Executed on the very platform we have to repair. Come, let us return to work.
What do you want?
Go away! Die, thief! Thief! You are filth!
No, please don't leave. Just a few friends, please.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that! You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! Die, thief!
Must be made to pay! Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake.
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majd is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Mulim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majd does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that! You You've no reason. You've something to say. Pay for your sin. Won't get away from me. Out of the way. You're a dead tree.
Gördüğünüzü dört açıp geri dönecek. Geber kafir!
Don't let him get away.
Gel buraya. Gel bu tarafta. Gel.
He's hiring you. Fine.
أنا الذي فعل هذا أخبرني طبعا يا
What happened here? You have no business here. Eat. It's forbidden.
Silence! I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear? Then you wish to take action? Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice!
You've no right to do that. Who do you take?
And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
God curse you all! See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all! Temptress, succubus, whore. She goes by many names, but her sin remains the same. She turned her back on the teachings.
You're a dead man.
Quickly! She must be brought to justice! Slay the infidel, quickly! Slay the infidel, quickly! Guards, slay the infidel, quickly!
Your work here is finished.
No, no! It had only just begun!
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
have your hand for that! Death to the infidel!
Pay for your sins! You won't get away! Won't get away from me!
Get him! Keep up with him! Don't let him get away! How did this happen?
Gel buraya! Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
I stand before you to deliver a warning. Richard takes off. There will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next.
Done already? Get up. Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No. Except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
I think that's gonna do it.